friends, I'm Stephanie Hansen. Let's go! I've been cooking, eating, and talking about it for years.
This is amazingly good.
Now I'm inviting you along for the ride. You seem like you're pretty adventurous about food. Meet the chefs, home cooks, restaurateurs, and bakers honing their craft. Oh, look at that technique. And try new recipes with me in my kitchen. It's simple, it's easy, that looks amazing. There's always something delicious to share. This is Taste Buds. Happy holidays, Taste Buds. I am at the Red Nose Room at Red Cow in Uptown, and they are all decked out for the holidays until January 7th. I'm here looking for Ian Lowther. I know he's here somewhere. He's gonna be making me 2 holiday cocktails, also a holiday mocktail, because we can't forget the mocktails at the holiday season. And once we have our drink recipes ready, we're gonna head over to my house and I'm gonna make 2 appetizers. We all need a cheese log at the holidays, right? And then I'm also gonna make an ooey gooey cheesy puff pastry situation in my oven. Once I find Ian, we're gonna get started. Let's go, Taste Buds. Ian, I've run all through the restaurant.
Yeah, it's beautiful in here.
It is amazing. It's like total Christmas chaos.
Yes.
Okay, what is happening at Red Cow Uptown and why am I here?
So we're doing something called the Red Nose Room.
It is like, Rudolph, the whole thing.
Well, it's multi-layered. We're already Red Cow and then Red Nose.
Yeah, I like it.
It's cold out, and then if you drink too much.
I don't have cow ears. I only have reindeer ears for today.
It's okay, this is more seasonally appropriate.
Yes,
so, yeah.
yes.
So we're doing a whole Christmas theme where you can come and have Christmas cocktails, enjoy time with your family, and just have a nice Christmas event.
Yeah, Christmas event happening at Red Cow Uptown. Now you've got all these special Christmas cocktails, holiday cocktails, not just exclusive to Christmas.
No.
Everyone can come to Red Cow Uptown.
Please do. Just come enjoy the festive lights and that's the decor and everything else.
You guys are doing this through January 7th.
Yes, that's correct.
All right, so it's time to go to the bar and make some holiday drinks.
Awesome, let's do it.
I'm so excited. Let's go. Okay, Red Cow has always been like near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
You could sit at the bar and you know the bartenders and they're all neighborhood bars, so they feel like you walk in and they're like, cheers! Except they go, Stephanie, she's here again! How do you get started with all of these holiday drinks? Because you have a ton on the menu.
Multiple different ways. So the first way is just to be like, how much mint can I use on one menu? Because
like
it's like the holiday thing. And then using baking spices and other really classic holiday things are really easy in cocktails because there's so many mulled wines and every cookie you have has cinnamon and nutmeg and
I'm like
random
nutmeg,
things.
cloves, orange, cranberries, pomegranates.
Apples, like all that fall stuff is already really good in cocktails, and so at the end of the day it becomes kind of easy.
All right, so Ian, we are gonna make some holiday drinks today.
Yeah.
How do we get started?
Okay, we're actually gonna start NA because why not?
And it's a huge trend.
Yeah.
And people are just deciding like, hey, as long as I can have fun and festive, I don't necessarily need the alcohol.
We made a little bit of coffee syrup. So this is a coffee mint syrup actually.
Okay, so if you were at home, how would you make coffee mint syrup?
It's actually really easy. I brewed hot coffee, I mix it with sugar, and I mix it with mint extract.
Okay.
We're gonna do just a little bit of heavy cream. Normally we don't do like a heavy cream in our espresso martini, but people like it a lot. And also in this application, it just makes it really rich and fun to drink.
Yeah, and what's not to love about cream in a drink? I mean, come on.
And then this is just a little bit of cold brew concentrate.
Okay, why do bartenders shake like that so vigorously?
It's actually really important so that you get the right texture of the drink. So when you're shaking, you're chilling and diluting, but then you're also aerating. So something with cream like this, if you don't shake it like hard, it's gonna lack that kind of air, that lift, that brightness. So.
Okay, and why are you using a strainer?
Additionally here with the texture, the double straining in this case is really nice because then we have that really thick texture. So this would be very thin if we didn't do that.
Oh, so the strainer is actually kind of adding body to it.
Yeah, so it's taking out some of the ice chunks that we have in there.
And we have a little candy cane
why
that
not?
Santa dropped off earlier.
Legitimately.
Ian was a good boy.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, that's
How
cute.
It is.
Cute, non-alcoholic. It looks very pretty. It kind of looks like a coffee with cream.
Yeah.
But it's fancy.
Cafe au lait, if you will, if we're gonna get real French.
Oh. Yum! Like, this is just the best.
Nice and light mint, because like mint can be so overpowering.
And it feels like a grown-up drink.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
it doesn't feel like coffee with cream. You get it near your face and you get the mint.
Plus
Yeah.
then, like halfway through or right at the end, you can have the candy cane and then feel like a kid again.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. Okay, we are off to a real good start, Ian.
Amazing.
Okay, you've pulled out the nutcracker glass.
Yeah,
So we got
the
something
nutcracker
special
mug.
that's going to be going in there.
Yeah, I mean the most adorable. This is like my sister's favorite Christmas thing of this nutcracker.
sister's?
And yeah, so we're gonna make a hot cocktail because like it's cold, and
Yeah.
so why wouldn't we make a hot cocktail? And it's very very simple. So I've just heated this mug up. Most important thing about making a hot cocktail is a hot mug.
Okay, hot mug, hot mug.
We're gonna use a little bit of bourbon.
A little Evan Williams. That's the household bourbon at the Hansen Johnson house.
Oh, amazing! They've got good
that's
taste.
my husband's favorite.
And then we made a little bit of hot apple cider. So this is Pepin Heights apple cider.
Okay.
From Lake City, Minnesota.
Yep.
And then we just add a little bit of caramel to it, and then cinnamon and nutmeg and allspice. And we
Okay.
let that steep. So, and then I heated it up,
So almost like you would make like a hot tea.
100%.
Okay.
Yes. And then we're just gonna garnish it with a little bit of apple here. Drizzle a little caramel over the top.
Okay, that's very drizzly, very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
You can put your hands around the hot mug. This is like if mama's coming over. Yum.
Also easy to do non-alcoholic if you really wanted to.
Yeah,
Just leave
and
out
it
the bourbon.
smells so like holiday spice-ish.
Yes.
Woo! That's perfect for your grandma. I don't know if you have any bourbon grandmas, but we used to call our grandma Bourbon Grandma.
That's amazing.
Okay, I love this drink. We have like the tart of
Yep.
the cider, and then we have the Evan Williams, which, you know, that's going to be a little bit of the smooth, the smoky,
Yep.
and then you get the apple smell from the apple, and then the sweetness of the caramel. It all comes together in complete harmony in your mouth.
It's like a perfect dessert kind of cocktail too, after you've had a good meal and then just hanging out and having like a little bit of cider at the end. It's very relaxing.
Is it bad if I want to have like a scoop of ice cream with
No,
it?
you should do that. That sounds great. Caramel apple and ice cream is incredible.
It would be amazing. Okay, Ian, we started with the non-alcoholic,
Yep.
kind of coffee-ish, minty drink. Then we had the warm cider with the bourbon. And now, I don't know what's happening, but this glass looks real cute.
Yeah, we've gone from very, very non-alcoholic and easy to a little bit more approachable. And then this cocktail is called the Christmas Eve of Destruction. So a little more fun than that.
In other words, the Hansen holiday.
Exactly. So fresh lime juice.
Can I just hold this up a second?
Yeah.
This is like grandma's something underneath the sink that looks like cleaning supplies, and we're gonna drink this.
Yeah, so it's nutmeg syrup.
And what is in it?
So it is Benedictine, which is a cognac-based honey liqueur kind
Yep.
of thing. And then there's a little bit of nutmeg syrup. So we just make a simple syrup with some nutmeg. And then a very, very high-proof rum.
Okay, I love a high proof rum.
Yeah.
So you must make a lot of simple syrup.
Yeah, we do, a ton. You know,
Okay, I think I'm gonna like this though, because we have nutmeg, we have rum, we have lime, so I'm feeling like daiquiri-ish perhaps.
yeah. It's got little eyes on it.
Okay, the little eyes I think are the best part. Can you see that? The eyes of shame. Be careful, it's Christmas Eve. You still have to get up Christmas morning. There's gonna be stockings and family, more family. Did I say family? So good though. Game changer because it really is carrying like all those botanicals.
Yeah.
It's limey, it's rummy, but then you get all of this like almost like, dare I say, like an oily finish kind of in
Oh,
your
yeah, for
mouth
sure.
a little bit that just gives it a little substance and a little heft.
Yeah.
There's something about it that does feel a little dangerous, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that we went from like no proof first, like started out, then we had a little bit of like a little hot warm sipper to like, it's coming at you full force, drinks!
This would have been a very different segment had we gone the other direction.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, I have had some of my favorite holiday drinks here over the years. It's been super fun to spend time with you. Red Cow, Red Rabbit. Christmas Eve of Destruction right here, friends.
Thanks, Jeff. This was fun. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, you're just like that. Okay, it's time to leave the Red Nose Room at Red Cow and head to my house. We're gonna be making 2 holiday appetizers. One is a goat cheese log, because everybody needs a log at the holidays. And then we're gonna have an ooey gooey cheesy puff pastry appetizer. Come on, let's go. Hi, taste buds. I am back from the Red Nose Reindeer. I am back from the Red Nose Room at the Red Cow, and I had such a great day with Ian that I wanted to show you one of my handy holiday gifts. It is a cocktail, and you put it in a container and you can bring it for like a hostess gift, or you can use it Christmas morning. It is my homemade Irish cream. So I'm gonna start with a little cocoa, a little espresso granules, and some cold brew coffee, some vanilla, and some sweetened condensed milk. I have 2 tablespoons of cocoa in here. I've got a tablespoon of the espresso powder and a tablespoon of sugar. And I'm just gonna put them into a bowl so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then I'm gonna put about a teaspoon of vanilla with a little bit of the cold brew because I wanna get this all moistened if I can. I'm gonna use about 1/3 of a cup of the cold brew, and we're just gonna get this going a little bit. See how the dry ingredients kind of clump up and don't necessarily mix in very well? It just takes a little bit of stirring. I'm just gonna take my Vitamix. Any blender would work, but you need one that has about a 6-cup capacity. We're gonna put an entire can of sweetened condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk is so delicious. Yum, look at that. You use it for all the things around the holidays. It seems like I always have a leftover can from holiday baking. Now we're gonna add our ingredients. So we'll put that in. We're gonna just mix it up just a stitch before we add the cream and the Irish whiskey. And I'm just doing it real low. That sweetened condensed milk is super thick. All right, now 2.5 cups of your favorite Irish whiskey. You don't skimp. I love Jameson for this recipe, but use your favorite Irish whiskey. The one thing is you don't want to use a whiskey that's too cheap because it can curdle the cream. All right, so my whiskey is in here. It looks like a chocolate milkshake, doesn't it? So delicious. My heavy cream. So let's just give her a little blend. Okay, now I want to try just a little taste of it. Oh, so good! It's like a boozy milkshake. Yum. Oh, Grandma's gonna be happy when you bring that over. All right, now you can find these cute little bottles at your favorite hardware store. You can even use mason jars if you'd rather. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill it up. You can bring it as a hostess gift. You can make White Russians if you're having a Big Lebowski moment. Oh, that is just perfect. I'm gonna write a little tag here. I love to make holiday gifts with food. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the top on. This will last in your refrigerator for 4 weeks. It's homemade and it makes people feel like you really went out of your way and all you did is just blend up a few ingredients. So Grandma's gonna love it, your friends are gonna love it. That is Stephanie's Irish cream, taste buds. I have a holiday appetizer for you that is real easy and it goes really well if you're having drinks and people over because you want to give them a little bit of protein to fortify them. So we are going to make a Gruyere puff. Now you're wondering, why do I have all this delicious Gruyere cheese? A friend of mine called me and she ordered 100 pounds of Gruyere cheese and they delivered 1,000 pounds and it came from overseas. So they told her just to keep it. So she literally brought me these giant logs of cheese that I had to cut and package, but I have a lot of Gruyere, so I thought a Gruyere puff would be great. Now we're gonna put it on parchment paper. I always just like do this and it rips. Watch this. You tuck the top in, and this is a Hansen hack. See how it rips beautifully? Like, I didn't know that for the longest time, but it makes your parchment work perfectly. All right, I'm gonna take a puff pastry and I have thawed this one out. I had this thawing out for a bit, so those are the little buttery chunks. I'm gonna just give it a little roll so that I kind of get everything incorporated. All right, so here we go. And I'm going to mix plain balsamic vinegar with about 15 sun-dried tomato halves. This is gonna be what's gonna flavor my filling. I'm also gonna put my minced garlic in there and put this in the microwave for just like a minute, just so that the balsamic gets into those sun-dried tomatoes as they soften. All right, you can see how soft they are. So our puff pastry is ready to go. I'm gonna just beat an egg because I'm gonna use that as an egg wash. I'm gonna go ahead and pile our cheese into the middle. I have about 2.5 cups of Gruyère. Now I'm gonna take some of my sun-dried tomatoes, and they're still a little warm, and I'm just gonna tuck them amongst my cheese ball here. They are all flavored with the balsamic vinegar, the garlic, and that balsamic vinegar is kind of dribbling down in there, which is also giving us a delicious flavor. We are now gonna just hit it with a little bit of rosemary. It needs a little flavoring. And then we're just going to wrap it up. And we're just literally making like a square. It doesn't have to necessarily be all the way closed or sealed, because when it puffs, it's kind of gonna open up a little bit inside the oven as the cheese melts. So just get the corners, and you can see I'm not like really pressing it down. I'm just kind of leaving it open on the top. And I'm gonna brush it with this little egg wash. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt. All right, now I'm gonna have to get this onto my tray. Come on, little puppy. There we go. Look at that, she looks real good. I think we are ready to go in the oven. About 25 to 30 minutes at 425. Ooh, you just at some point have to stop touching it. Maybe we'll just put a tiny bit of little rosemary. I don't know, it'll look so good. All right, little puppy, here we go. It's time to become a super delicious holiday appetizer for our taste buds. I realized I didn't set the timer, so I'm gonna have to eyeball it and see how we're doing. Are you ready? Okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, that looks delicious. She could be done. Holy cannoli, does that look good? Oh my goodness. Beautiful puff. The salt is crystalline. The sun-dried tomato is peeking out. It's got that balsamic inside it, so it's gonna be super well flavored. Boom! We can like put a little rosemary out there. We can add a few sun-dried tomatoes, just so that people kind of know what's inside and what they're getting into. And I'm just gonna let it cool, maybe 5 minutes. I'm gonna put it on my reindeer plates. And if you're with a group, like you could just all dig in and pull apart. I am gonna just go ahead and cut it. Whoa! Look at the sun-dried tomato hidden in there, one that's visible. We've got a little bit of the crusty salt, a little bit of the rosemary. The cheese is holding up pretty good. It's not completely running out, and it just looks so delicious. Yum. Mmm! Oh, sun-dried tomato with like the acid from the balsamic vinegar, a hint of garlic, the rosemary, the Gruyère itself, like Gruyère cheese is just so fantastic. In the puff pastry with the little bit of salt, the tiny bit of rosemary. I mean, Okay, taste buds, I've got one more holiday appetizer for you, and it is so easy. We are going to make a beautiful holiday goat cheese log. I love to make this because you can make them in advance and have them in the refrigerator. So I like to use the Humble goat cheese. It is local in Minnesota, but you can use whatever goat cheese you like. The key, I think, to using goat cheese is to have a mild goat cheese. I've got pecans, and I like to use salted because I like that salt in my dish. I've got about a 1/4 cup of cranberries. I'm gonna use some lemon zest, and this just really brings it all together and gives it a holiday feel. Use as much as you feel, but see how pretty that looks right there? All right, so I'm just gonna run through here with my knife to give it little smaller pieces. I'm adding my rosemary. I've got my green parsley, and I'm just mashing this all up on my cutting board because I'm literally just gonna roll it right in here. Okay, so let us put our press and seal down. I'm gonna put my mixture on there. And I let my log sit out a little bit at room temperature under these lights, so yours is usually not so messy. But I'm gonna go ahead and start to just assemble it and roll. Mine has really been sitting out a little long, so I'm just gonna help it along with my press and seal. Give it a little roll. Okay. And see how it's all coming together? It's really quite easy by using this wrapper as a vehicle to help get all the goodness on there. My hands look like a disaster, but look how cute that looks. It's totally easy. You can have them pre-done in the refrigerator. I'm gonna use my little trick of just laying a little bit of honey down. I'm gonna put my roll on there, and if you have it a little bit more firm, things will stick a little bit better. And then you're just gonna put some crackers on your tray, whatever kind of crackers you like. I just love how simple this is. I love how pretty it looks on the holiday table. I always serve this at holiday time. It is the goat cheese, cranberry, pecan, rosemary, lemon log, and it is perfect for the holidays. Okay, yum. Look how delicious that looks. Wah, wah, wah. Taste buds, this is an easy one, but oh, so delicious. I love the lemon. It's so bright, and the rosemary is giving you that like holiday seasoning. Cranberries are sweet, the nuts give you that little hint of salt that you want. Goat cheese is like the world's most perfect food, I'm convinced. That is the perfect bite, taste buds. For more on anything you saw in this holiday episode, go to fox9.com/tastebuds. You can find all the recipes, and happy holidays, taste buds.